Hello, let's tape for carpal tunnel syndrome. We've got some kinesiology tape here. I'm going to show you how to tape up for carpal tunnel syndrome. So carpal tunnel itself, the syndrome, is basically you got the carpal tunnel with the ligament across bones that create a space in which the median nerve, flexor tendons, some arteries go through there as well. And what happens is with like typing or any of those activities where there's like weird prolonged wrist position and repetitive like movement of flexors and stuff like that can agitate, cause irritation, and then thereby with irritation expand and then take up space, obviously, with which the carpal tunnel might not, if there's scar tissue formation because of the chronic inflammation, lays down scar tissue, collapses the space within the carpal tunnel. So as you're using the flexors, the tendons, you can see them moving there. They go in the carpal tunnel. They start to aggravate, and it's just kind of like a feedback thing where it just gets worse and worse, and it just feeds onto itself. So unless you stop doing whatever it is, the tasking that you're doing, it's just typically going to get worse. Now, usually there's like surgery it's iffy. Surgery is always iffy. Like there's no guarantees in it, but that's the typical way to get rid of like really bad carpal tunnel. Otherwise, you're just managing it. So the tape will help you manage with the pain and inflammation and stuff. It'll give you some ease with scar tissue formation of that and inflammation, generally speaking. But talk to your doctor about that stuff, or whoever you trust for healthcare advice on that sort of thing. Free will, you make your own decisions as an adult. So let's start with the typing. So pretty simple. I'll only use red because my carpal tunnel hurts and it's fiery. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make like an X tape. So it's going to be a long band. I don't know why that's there. Get out of there. Across like that. And then just over here, and then we're gonna split V's on just the ends, and there's gonna be about 20% stretch, 25% stretch in the middle, but not where the fingers are on the end. So I'll show you how that's done. So I just measured my arm. I'm just gonna cut that like that. We're gonna split, so there's gonna be no stretch on the ends. So right in there. So I need to cut it about to there because that's where the split's going. Everything's like about, and then up here I'm going to split it as well because we're going to go lateral medial at the ends with no stretch. Okay, so that's what it kind of looks like. We're going to just round off the ends so it doesn't catch on stuff. There we go. That's that. All right, so what you're gonna wanna do is either yourself or whoever you're helping out here is you're gonna do full extension. So you're gonna make sure the elbow's straight, and then you're also going to extend the wrist and the fingers as best as you can. So first of all, I'm gonna start from the bottom here. So I'm gonna anchor the bottom. So I'm gonna pull that off on the end like that. Pull that off on the end like that. And if you're new to typing, check out my video on Basics 101 to get you acclimated with how kinesiology taping works. If you're a veteran, then let's get to it. It'll actually be over to the thumb area, so across there. So like this, and then up. So I'm going to do the pinky first because I feel like it. So full extension. Now there's going to be no stretch here, and this is tricky because I'm doing it on myself, so get ready. So I'm just going to anchor it. Since it's just the beginning, I don't have to worry about extension too much because I haven't really done anything yet. and then over on the thumb. I'm just going to angle it so it's starting to go the right direction. There we go. Okay, so a little bit no stretch. I'm just going to pick that up and reset. No stretch, but fully extended. Just so I got the angle. There we go. Okay, now that I've got the angle, I'm going to do the full extension and park just the back end of it. So this part here, because it's going to be, that's where we're going to start to stretch right there. I'm going to anchor that. So we've got no stretch. Just going to anchor it there. So if I move that out of the way, I finally got it anchored. The full extension. Rub that in. It's a little tricky. Obviously, it's better if you have somebody else doing it, but sometimes if it's you and it's your hand you're doing the carpal tunnel for, what are you going to do? So there we go. So I'm going to continue with the extension. Remember, elbow straight. All the way up to the fingers. Do my 20% stretch, so it's fairly light. And just kind of like up the middle of the forearm. Rub that in. So got a good anchor there. Still in full extension. And then the finger bits. I should have ripped this off, but I can do one at a time. So I'm going to grab my scissors and just kind of improvise here. Sometimes you just got to improvise. There we go. You got a problem solved. If you're good at that, you'll be all right at taping. So we're going to end up going a little bit medial. So heading just over here with no stretch. All the stretch has already been done. So it's just like that. And then this side's going to go lateral. Just around the joint kind of thing. There we go. I'm just going to rip off a piece here. And just rub that in with the backing. Just to help with the adhesion. And you keep that on for a number of days. If you work in an office and you're trying to be a bit more subtle, because that might be a bit, this is for the camera, obviously I haven't red, but if you dig red, that's fine, no problem. But there is like beige tape you can use as well that kind of blends in a lot more. And that's what it looks like. So if you're back to normal, just walking around, it'll be kind of like this. Just offload that area. And the extensors as well, because they're going to be irritated. All this is like tendon, right? So that's what that looks like. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.